guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm at it again with another video. And this video from the title, you already know what it's about. It is going to be about how I do my foundation, and it's probably a quick video because I will be using products that are my go-tos because that's just how I do my face on the go, or like every day, or it's just the products that I do use most on my face. Anyway, so I will tell you how I use my foundation and all of that. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below and see if you guys use the same products I do. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. And yeah, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so as you can see, my eyes are already done because this is kind of a two-part video kind of day. I did do a tutorial on this look which will go up soon. I don't know if it'll be before this video or after this video, so stay tuned for that. But I mainly wanted to focus on how I do my face and what products I use. I know a lot of people have questions about like, do you use a beauty blender, or do you use, it's not a beauty blender, but do you use a sponge or do you use a brush? So I will go in detail about that, about how I do it. It might help you. It's just it's a trial and error kind of situation, but you'll see how I do it. First, we are going to go ahead and put our hair up. Trying to get a headband here, so we are going to go ahead and put our hair up. And I am going to start with what I moisturize with, which I already moisturized because I do that right when I get out of the shower. And I do use the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration. So this is really good for those of you that have very dry skin. This is very good for that. It also helps people with combination skin and oily skin. So this is what I use every day, my holy grail. I love this brand for skincare. So this is what I use on my face first. And then I go in with primer. So I have two primers because I am extra, but not exactly because I'm extra, but because of how my skin is. So my T-zone, mostly my nose area and kind of like my cheek area are going to be my most problematic areas for me. So I do have to use more of a pore filling and matte primer instead of a oily other stuff kind of primer. So my primer, I go in with the Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector from Becca Cosmetics. This is the sample size. I have not bought the full size because this was just for me to try, but I think I will be going in with, I will be purchasing the bigger size to have it because this has worked amazing for me. I know it hasn't worked, I know that it might not work for others, but this is just how it works for me. And then the second primer I go in with is the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. Now with the Tatcha one, it is hit or miss because of, I guess, your skin type. I am oily, so this is a little bit difficult for oily skin girls or guys. And I usually use this on the perimeters of my face because of the fact that I use the matte one in my T-zone, which keeps that from all the oils coming back or peeking through. So this is really good, and what I like about this is because it has skincare in it, and I have noticed differences between not using this and using just either the Becca one or nothing in my perimeters. I have noticed it. I am very acne prone, I think that's how you say it. I break out very easily, so I cannot put just foundation straight to my face because I will break out. But enough with me talking. I will go in and show you how I apply it. I do use just my fingers, and I do use just a little bit because well, that's a bit much, but I just go like this, and I'm running out, so I do need that. And then I just go in. Like I said, this is mostly my T-zone, or this part, which I needed the most, and I am sorry. I have broken out this past week. My skin has been up and down, so excuse my skin. So that's what I do, and anything extra, I just kind of put it up here or down here in my chin. All right, and so then I go in with the Tatcha one, and I do go in with my big sponge. Either this one or the Morphe one. The Morphe one is actually my favorite, but right now I need to go get another one. And this is how I do this. I just go in, and this is how much I use it. I just go in like this. I do rub it. That's how I do it. It works for me, but again, we are all different, and it might work a different way for you. So, and it might not even work. The Tatcha one might not work for you, and that's okay. So this is how I do my. I even go over where I put the Becca one. Put it everywhere. The only thing is that this is a cream, so it slides, and sometimes my foundation doesn't look so, or not, it doesn't, it's not that it doesn't look so great, it just doesn't work together very well. So yeah. So the next is foundation. So my foundation that I've been using, it has been my go-to, and it is a drugstore foundation. It's the Makeup Revolution Conceal in the Fine, and I am in shade F11. And I just go in like this. And it has been one of my favorites. Even on my worst skin days, this foundation is amazing. And sometimes you don't even need to dip in more than once. It has a lot of product. Excuse how I do it, my face. I did wet this a little bit ago, so I do have to kind of wet it again. And then I go in. The only thing I like, okay, so, like I said, I go in with a sponge. This is not the sponge that I usually use. Why? Because I feel like the sponge is very absorbing of the product, and that's what I don't like. And it is big, but that's, the fact that it's big I like because it really helps blend the foundation quicker on your face. Especially me, I have a big face, so I want it done quickly and not have to bounce. And then it hurts my arms to just be going like this. I don't like when foundation gets on my lips. So it is quick to blend. So this is how I do. And now you might ask, do I ever use a brush to put on my foundation? I rarely do. I have several brushes that I use when I do my foundation with a brush, which is the Morphe E6, or not E6, Y6, and then the Morphe E6. So these are the two that I use to blend my foundation when I need to, which is rare, but it's mostly with stick foundations that I use a brush, not my liquid ones. So see, that was pretty quick, and this covers everything. This is actually very good, a very good foundation, and it's an amazing match too, which is hard to find because I am a very difficult shade. So that's how that is. And I'm not bringing you closer because you're exposed. I'll expose my skin. It's terrible right now, so let's keep it a little bit a distance. All right. And my trouble areas, this right here, under my nose. I clearly have a big nose, so we need to keep that. And I go in with a brush just to keep it under control. So that's what we do. And then we go in with concealer. So right now I'm in the middle of trying a concealer, which is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, but I usually go in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. But we're gonna go ahead and use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. And this is a little bit yellow for me. I don't really do much concealer as I put all of the concealer on. And then I put some on here, and then some right here. I have some smile lines, but they're really minimal, so not such a big deal. And I'm gonna go back in with my sponge and blend that out. Sometimes I go too heavy-handed with concealer and foundation, and then I end up looking crazy. So this is how I do this. And you know, so we are going to go ahead, and this is what I don't like, because you can't get into these small places with this sponge. So that was the face, the main products, the foundation, the concealer. Now we are going to go in with powder, and I don't have a specific favorite powder. Why? Because I have so many setting powders, but the one that I like to go with, because since the concealer sometimes already brighten up my under eyes, I don't want to look super, I don't want that super bright. And I usually go in with the Hourglass, the veil powder, because it gives a subtle brightening. So I get it right. The message is clear, the signs are all here. I still don't know how to choose. So take my hand, I'll understand it all leads back to you. Step is bronzing my face, which I use the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Light and Medium Matte Bronzer. And this is the one, and this is a sample again, and I use the Morphe R14 brush, and I just brighten up the face. I love the smell of this bronzer. I also use the Physicians Formula one. But that one actually broke, and it is in, I had to improvise and put it in a Tupperware, so it's not very, you know, it's not very pleasing to the eye right now, but I do use that one also. The Physicians Formula Bronzer, Butter Bronzer. I just brighten up the face a little, or not brighten up, but give the face a little definition. I don't really contour. I'm more of a natural, subtle face. I don't really contour. Well, let's be real, I don't really know how to contour, so we'll just leave it at that. I gotta learn how to do that. Alright, and then we're gonna go down the middle of the nose, make it look snatched, make it look like we don't have such a big nose. Now we're gonna go in with the blush, which is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush, which you guys probably seen a trillion times. This is in Mood Exposure. This is the only blush I use. And yeah, so we're just gonna smile quickly, a very subtle kiss of blush. this is what I like about this. Like, you can have, clearly my skin is really hard. With my skin tone, it's really hard for you to see when I actually blush myself naturally. So this gives it a little natural blush to my skin. So, and yes, this is another mini. And then we're gonna go in with highlight. Currently using the Gerard Cosmetics Starstruck palette. And do I choose any of these? No, I use all 3 of them because they give me the perfect highlight that I like. So, and I go in, you know, I've been going in with several different brushes, so I don't have a specific one. So I've been going in with this, the Studio Pro number 3 MBH Cosmetics. It's just a regular brush. I had another brush, but I don't know where it went. So this is what I do. I just go into every single one. Yeah, I look crazy right now, but this is what I do. Try to go into every single one. And then I just go over like this. It gives the perfect highlight. And I may go ham a little bit too much, but that's just the usual. The thing that I like about this highlight, it gives you a natural but extra glow, but it's not crazy. So, alright guys, so this is the finished look, and this is mainly how I do my face or my base every day or every time I do my makeup. And then the last step that I do is I go in with setting spray. So my setting spray that I use is the MAC Fix Plus, and then the Urban Decay All Nighter. And I do put this one down first. I do soak my face in it. Why? Because I did put a lot of powder on top, and I don't want to look cakey and I don't want to look powdery. So I do put a lot of the MAC Fix Plus on, and then I go in with my beauty blender and I just pat everything in the skin like this. So nothing looks crazy. I do this and then I let it naturally sit in my on my skin so that everything melts together. And I usually use my Gerard Cosmetics mirror, and I blow and I fan myself like this so it dries, and then I go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter so my skin, and not my skin, so my face can last all night long, you know, to go out and party all night long. Something I don't do, but for those girls that, hey, live your best life, my friends. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is the finished look. This is how my face comes out, the finished product. I did go ahead and put some lipstick on so that the look can look complete. I can look a little bit better. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video about how I apply my foundation and how I apply the base of my face. And yeah, comment below and let me know what products you guys use for your face: moisturizer, primers, foundation, concealers, bronzer, blush, highlight, all of that. and setting spray, setting powder, and yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. And thank you so much for your support, and I love you all. Bye, guys.